Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends. Space and Rocket Review. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? This is the Space and Rocket Review. I'm back. Took a little nap. Took a little nappy nap. I usually do not do that, but you know, sometimes it do be like that. So let me get the links transferred over here onto the main computer so we can Space and Rocket Review. Gonna take a second here. Oh man, yeah, no, today's getting me, dude. I don't know if it's cold or probably it's something to do with my body reacting to the root canal that I had this morning. So you know that was good. That was great. You know, we love that. Love that. Love the sounds from that. we love that. We don't. Yeah. All right. Okay, I think. All right, let's transfer that over here like this. All right. How you doing? One should always nap after a root canal. Dude, I don't know. I tried to power through it and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, I got so dang tired. It was very weird. Guys, okay, like, let me put it to you like this. I usually, like when you stop streaming, you're kind of like, you know, cause you're aware, you're locked in, right? You can't just like stop and go to sleep. That's not something that can be done, right? Like I usually take like 2 to 3 hours to wind down, go through my late routine, you know, you get something to eat, etc., and then you go to sleep. Dude, I walked right down to my bed and summer carded. I just right asleep, just fell right asleep. Coming down off the painkillers. That's probably had something to do with it. With that being said, I'm not sure how much, you know, how far we'll get through this, but we'll see. Lemon, what's going on? All right, so let's
Discovery,
let's
go
start.
throttle up.
PC Trojan, 83-month resub. Thank you. All right, so let's jump in. Fatigue meter now down to 0. I don't know if it's down to 0, Jim. It's probably not. But here, take a look, guys. So the ESAR Aerospace, their Spectrum 2 rocket is on the pad at their Endoya launch site in Norway. Check that out. Multiplanetary winners here. Can spring be far behind? Please. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of done with winter. But, you know, whatever. You sound like a slightly energetic Bill Nelson. All right. By winter rocket. Yep. So, second launch coming up. We are targeting no earlier than January 21st. So that's tomorrow. For the mission onward and upward, subject to weather, safety, and range clearance. The launch window for our qualification flight opens up at 9 p.m. Central Eastern, or Central European time, excuse me, at our dedicated launch complex at Endoya Space. Okay. It is a pretty launch site, that's for sure. Meanwhile, it was in the 60s yesterday in San Francisco. I only had a hoodie on. It's It's like 20 here, and I only had a hoodie on. Yeah, that's so 9 p.m. Central European. That's that's three here. Oh. Is Artemis going to need a new service module if the orange buffoon keeps going on with Greenland? No. Orange buffoon. Why you guys got to do that? You could just ask. You could just ask if they need a new service module due because of foreign relations. No. Guys, why are we getting dumbfounded when politicians blow hard? Why is this news? That's not news. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Trust me. All right. NASA Spaceflight Forums has a bunch of nice pictures. Yeah, I believe Max D and Das are there. Pretty cool. Onward and Rudward. Jeez. Yeah, the Spectrum 1 launch landed over there. See where those rocks are? It landed like right over there. The first one didn't go very far, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Best of luck to them. And NSF is providing the coverage for them. Yeah, NASA Spaceflight is providing the live streaming services. So we'll see how that one goes. Is that the one that fell in the water a few feet away? Yes. Good to see that ESAR is still in the game. On the other hand, RFA has been pretty quiet. We have not heard much from RFA since their rocket popped on the test stand. Hopefully they fix the error and make it to orbit this time. Yeah. I believe that Max D and Das are there. If anyone wants to improve in-flight footage, they have an internship open to develop onboard cameras. Neat. Will the solar storm influence the ability to launch Spectrum? I don't think so. I mean, they did say pending weather. I would assume that has to do with space weather as well, but we'll see. So we'll yeah, we'll see where that goes from there. But just on a side note, this mission is carrying CubeSats. Payload integration complete for Onward and Upward. Our launch vehicle Spectrum will carry 5 CubeSats and 1 experiment on its qualification flight. There's a picture of their payload attachment fitting and their CubeSat dispenser. Cool. So yeah, unlike the other one, the first flight didn't really have anything on it. This one has payload on it, so it's a real commitment here. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how that plays out. Anyway, little more European news for you Europeans that watch. Eutelsat has signed a multi-launch agreement with Maya Space for future launches of our OneWeb LEO satellites starting from 2027. This agreement adds a new European launch option to our portfolio. Interesting. OneWeb, back from the dead, launching on Maya Space's rockets. So Maya Space is a commercial European launch provider that's looking at reusable vehicles. They haven't really done any reusable vehicles yet, but you know, I guess they have a viable enough project that Eutelsat sees some viability there. That's cool. What is OneWeb? Internet satellite constellation. Has they done anything yet? No. Maya Space is a Lava Eagle. I don't know. I kind of feel obligated to say this. Maya Space is like the majority stakeholder or shareholder for Maya Space is Ariane Group. So, yeah, they're working on reusable vehicles. They got a huge reusability contract from ESA, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll see where that takes us. I guess I mean, starting in 2027, a new agreement with Maya Space. So that should give you a good idea about when their rocket's going to fly. We'll see. Jock, what is that? RFA posted a pic today of the stage without any engines attached, still in Augsburg. It was at the factory visiting 2 weeks ago. Back then, they were working on fit checks and things between engines in the stage. They've upgraded that first stage a ton since they blew that one up. Well, that's good to know, dude. That's good to know. Pretty cool. Neat. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. I don't know when MySpace is going to launch something. I would guess they're targeting 2027 probably really loosely at this point, but still cool. Okay, what else do we got? So this is from PLD. We're sticking with the Euro motif today. Our team has started test campaigns on the Temporal C throttle capabilities to enable future Stage 1 re-entry control. This effort includes testing materials, engine components, and operational sequences to ensure Mira 5 can perform powered re-entry retropropulsive maneuvers prior to landing. Why does nobody call it supersonic retropropulsion, man? These test campaigns have been developed in collaboration with ESA's FLPP framework contracts and will be progressively implemented on upcoming Mira 5 flights. All right, let's see what we got. I don't know if there's audio here. I shut it just in case. Okay. So if anybody ever wonders why they call it a throttle bucket when they throttle down engines for max Q and stuff, that's why it's called the throttle bucket. See that? Because it looks like a bucket. Cool. All right. Why the color changed so far into the burn? Well, let me take a look. They changed the chamber pressure. Yeah, the color is changing with the chamber pressure. With the throttle. I mean, they showed chamber pressure percentage, but yeah, the temperature of the burn, the color of the flames is going to change if you lower the pressure inside of the combustion chamber. That's pretty good that they can go through a delta like that. I mean, I'm going to assume that 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, I mean, yeah, we don't know what that pressure is exactly, but it's enough to, I mean, they might also be screwing with mixture. I mean, yeah, it's basically because they're throttling it. That's the quick answer, 619. All right, let's see, what else do we got? Neutron testing continues. This is coming from Rocket Lab now. And we also have a video from them too. We'll put the video in there. Neutron testing continues at our space structures complex in Middle River with the thrust structure. This is one of the most complex part of the rocket that must be able to withstand 2.1 million pounds of thrust during tests. More than 44 electrons combined. Hello. Hello. Hold on a second here. I'm just going to put Starbase Live on in the background, guys. So, whoa, look at this thing. Neutron. Yeah, this is a thrust simulator here. There's their hold down. Wow. And look, you can see they got hydraulic rams that are attaching to the engine mounts. No, they are not using electric pumps for this. They can't. It doesn't. The electric pumps don't scale very well. All right, what do we got here? Let's take a look. So we have an ISO grid. This is a billet ISO grid. These are aluminum, but they're bolted. It's bolted together panels. They're not stir welded as far as I can tell. Everything is just bolted. Wow. Oh, look at the billet. Yes. Yes. Buddy's sitting in there where there's going to be a rocket engine here, but there's a hydraulic ram there instead. They're testing it to make sure. They're testing it with hydraulics to see if they can push on this thing so it can hold. They're making sure it can hold together when there's rocket engines down there. They use hydraulic rams for testing. It's pretty damn cool, man. Oh, that's very nice. Very clean. Very nice. Very nice. Sweet. Viscosity, what do you say? What would you say is the space company with the most interesting, realistic tech? I don't know. I'm pretty partial to that one right there. With this whole thing going on right here. And this whole thing going on. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think that's pretty neat. Notice no silicone missing. Yeah, right? We want to see Nova as well. Nova's going to be sick, dude. I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again, dudes. Like, we're starting to see a lot of components for Neutron here. Starting to see components for Neutron. Tim Dodd had that tour. I did end up watching that video where he toured Stoke Aerospace's factory, right? So that, we got Nova coming this year. Neutron, I'm not sure if they're going to get this year. I think they need to get it this year because publicly traded company, but that's another story. But, you got the Nova rocket, you got Neutron, you got Relativity doing their thing with Terran R. There's going to be a multitude of reusable rockets here this year. Like, this is crazy. It's not just Falcon 9 and Newglands, Like, this is, to be very clear, Falcon 9 is going to be, obviously, the one that gets reused the most, right? By a long shot. But the fact that we have all this other stuff waiting in the wings is pretty dang cool. Mirror 5 is supposed to fly at the end of the year, too. Yeah, and I guess they're looking to reuse as well. That's pretty dang cool. Now, Rocket Lab did just post this other video here. We can't really... It has music in it, so we can't really listen to it, but we can watch it. Escapade, the mission to Mars, the road ahead. Okay. Yes. We're setting a new course, rethinking the way we access the red planet. So to get from Earth to Mars, we turn on an engine, and what it does is expel mass out of the back of the spacecraft and pushes the spacecraft forward. And the net effect of a maneuver is to increase our velocity. And so you often measure a maneuver by the amount of change in velocity that it executes. Now, there are two aspects to changing your velocity. One is that you're changing the amount of velocity, so the speed you're going at. The other parameter that you change is the direction. Ideally, we burn hard and head straight for Mars, but we launch out of phase, so the direct path is closed. We have to utilize a Lagrangian point to store our energy. We have launched out of phase, basically almost 1 year opposite from where you should. But orbiting around these Lagrangian points is a really low energy spot to kind of hang out. It is a point in space that's about 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth. This isn't downtime. Loitering is a complex operational state where you're in millions of kilometers from home in a gravitational balancing act. We still have course correction maneuvers to go, so we've got 15 of these course corrections to go over the course of the next year as we kind of loiter around this Lagrangian point. Once we've executed the first trajectory correction maneuver, we'll be looking at a lot of the data generated by the spacecraft. The second trajectory correction maneuver is a longer burn. It's about 200 seconds long. That one puts us on the loiter orbit. For the first 12 months of the mission, the furthest we'll go is about 3.3 million kilometers away. And so the first 11 months of the mission, we're in a loiter orbit where we are leaving Earth and progressing towards one of the Lagrangian points, which is a stable point in the Earth-Sun system. We hold the pattern for a year until November of 2026. That is when the physics finally line up. The wait ends and the real risk begins. The planets will be aligned in November of 2026. That's Earth and Mars. And that's when we execute one of our biggest burns. Transmission, which is going to take us to Mars. The one that's definitely the most spicy is the Trans-Martian injection burn. There's a really small window where you have to make that maneuver. So you've got to get the vehicle in point the vehicle in a certain direction. You prime the engine just before you get there to the window, otherwise you're not going to Mars. That will be the tricky one for sure. This is the reality of interplanetary operations. It's not just about the launch. It's about the endurance to navigate the void and the precision to hit the target. But once we make it through Mars orbit insertion and are in Martian orbit, then we'll have demonstrated that we can do these complex missions for a third of the time and a 20th of the typical cost. When a lot of people decide to be aerospace engineers one day because of dreams like this. So Rocket Lab's talking about their Escapade payload. The Escapade payload is a payload that they made for NASA, and it is a payload that is sitting in a Lagrangian point until the transfer window in November with Mars in November of 2026. The Escapade mission was launched by New Glenn. That was New Glenn's second mission. NSF Wallop Sky is thinking Q2 for Neutron. It's gonna be a little longer than that, I think. But Rocket Lab also needs to launch. I think something fiduciary responsibility. I think they got to get that thing done sooner rather than later. Also, the Neutron fairings that were coming from New Zealand arrived in Baltimore this morning, where they were transferred to a barge and they departed for Wallops. What is a Lagrangian point again? A Lagrangian point is a neutral point in a gravitational system. Think of it like a gravitational tide pool between two celestial bodies. It just kind of sits there. It's a point where two gravitational bodies cancel each other out. Sorry, it's just getting a little warm in here. Okay. Have you looked at their quarterly report presentation? They have done over 50 great images. They have over 50 great images of neutron development. We did look. I think I've seen that before, Ryan, but maybe they updated it. All right. Well, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff from Rocket Lab. That's cool. Another cool fact is that Lagrangian points set the energy requirements for reaching energy at any point in space. Neat. You ain't coming down with something, are you? No, I had a root canal done this morning. And I've been on painkillers all day. and my body's finally coming out of it, and it's like, what the hell just happened? And it's really my brain's kind of paced right now, but I'm powering through it, dude. I'm powering through it. If I start stronking the Bondulins, you tell me. You tell me that I need to go to sleep, dude. Seriously, they went way back in there, and yeah. I don't know if and we'll see. It depends on how this whole thing reacts. The mind is willing, but the body is weak and spongy. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? So no drooling on the wheel. I'm not drooling, am I? Please tell me I didn't do. Okay, I'm good. Don't do that to me, man. If this gets out of hand, guys, I might need to take the rest of the night off. But we're getting through space news. I said we would do it. We got to do one. If we have to build the engine tomorrow, we build the engine tomorrow. Hey, Guy Noxon, what's up? All right. So check this out. Blue Moon Mark 1 left for the port today ahead of shipment to Houston. Introducing Endurance, named for Ernest Shackleton's legendary ship that journeyed to Earth's South Pole. Mark 1 honors resilience under pressure. That same spirit of perseverance guides our mission to the lunar South Pole. So that's... Wait, why is this going to Houston? Aren't you gonna launch that, like, here? Oh, thermal vacuum testing. Well, that makes a lot of sense. There are test facilities at Johnson. Cool. Yeah, there it is. It's inside of it's a fairing, but it's not a fairing. It's not a flight fairing. That's basically a mobile clean room. They encapsulated it, and you can see they got a big generator right here that's powering the HVAC systems to make sure that maintains positive pressure. Pretty cool, though. So that is Blue Moon's Mark 1 lander, guys. So I was wondering why they were going to ship it to Houston. For vacuum testing makes sense. But, yeah, that's New Glenn's next payload. New Glenn's next payload is a lunar lander. So what ended up happening with the whole NASA reopening up lunar contracts? Lava Eagle, Jared Isaacman did have a conversation with SpaceX and Blue Origin about their accelerated plans, and they are going to both try to be ready sometime in 2027 or 2028. SpaceX, as far as I can tell, is still teed up for the Artemis 3 mission, and Blue is still teed up for the Artemis 4 mission. Those missions should be happening in fairly rapid succession, which I'm not entirely sure how you're going to do that, but, you know, whatever. The mobile launcher with SLS and an adequate high bay is for outfitting SLS Block 1B is what I'm wondering about. If this gets out of hand, guys, I'm going to bed. Can't speak straight. I'm still not drooling. If I start drooling, I'm leaving. It's kind of funny, but also my brain is not working. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going full steam. All right, so the next bit here is that ULA is rolled out its new Vulcan mobile launcher platform. This is VLP-A. It's at the launch pad undergoing its second phase of technical testing, marking a significant milestone as we advance towards the inaugural Amazon Leo launch. Nice. So ULA now has one Atlas V mobile launcher and two Vulcan mobile launchers. And they all use Slick 41, which is actually pretty cool. Do you smell toast? No. No. I just taste filling, though. Tastes great. You're getting quite a bit of road noise in your audio feed. How's that, buddy? Is that better? That's cool, man. They look to have the VIF-A, Vehicle Integration Facility Amazon, done, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I was enjoying that road noise. Oh. So this is the vehicle integration facility for any Amazon Leo launches. ULA, an Amazon company. Oh, dear. Hopefully it doesn't pull a Cygnus on its when it's on its travels. Oh yeah, don't drop the spaceship cooks. Yeah, we gotta remind people of that apparently nowadays. Ridiculous. 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 All right, so this is coming from Vast. Vast is a company that's looking to set up commercial space stations. They got an update on the Haven 1 mission, which is their first space station module. Haven 1 has begun the first phase of clean room integration at Vast HQ. With this milestone, we are updating the schedule for Haven 1 to be ready for Q1 2027. No, go away. Slip, slip, slip of the lip. I like the way you move your hips. Loose lips, think ships. The way you move, you don't miss. Sorry. Vast, the company developing next-generation space stations, announced that integration has begun on Haven 1. Scheduled to be the world's first commercial space station, Haven 1 is designed as a standalone crewed station and serves as the first step for Haven 2, a multi-module station capable of supporting a continuous human presence in low Earth orbit. That is Vast's proposed successor to the International Space Station. Haven 1 is an integral part of the company's hardware-rich development approach that is putting flight hardware and systems through rigorous ground and in-space testing to accelerate learning, reduce technical and schedule risk, and unlock new commercial and government capabilities in LEO. Haven 1 is designed to expand access to space and provide an affordable platform for microgravity research, manufacturing, and both national and international space infrastructure. The first phase of Haven 1 integration includes installation of the station's pressurized fluid systems, including thermal control, life support, and propulsion systems tubes, and component trays. That's a run-on sentence. ASU beer keg is being lifted. Oh, very nice. Let me read that sentence again to make sure my brain isn't scrambled. The first phase of Haven 1's integration includes installation of the station's pressurized fluid systems, including thermal control, life support, propulsion systems, and component. Yeah, that's a run-on sentence. Okay. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, that and shouldn't be there. Fluid systems, including thermal control, life support, propulsion system tubes, and component trays and tasks. These systems will undergo pressure leak and functional testing. The second phase of integration will incorporate avionics, guidance, navigation, and control systems, and air revitalization hardware. The third and final phase will complete the vehicle with crew habitation and indoor The third and final phase will complete the vehicle with crew habitation and interior closeouts, exterior micrometeoroid and orbital debris shielding, thermal radiator installation, and solar array integration, bringing Haven 1 to a fully flight-ready configuration. VAST remains focused on completing integration and conducting a suite of system environments tests at NASA's Neil Armstrong Test Facility later in 2026. Based on the current integration timeline, VAST is updating its schedule for Haven 1 to be ready to launch Q1 2027. Haven 1 is contracted to launch on a Falcon 9 from Cape Canaveral, Florida. With each milestone, the team gains more data and greater certainty, enabling timelines to become progressively more precise. Haven 1 represents a true 0 to 1 development as VAST moves onto its second, third, and subsequent stations. Schedule. What the frick is this sentence? Haven 1 represents a true 0 to 1 development, and as VAST moves onto its second, third, and subsequent stations, schedule precision will continue to improve as systems, processes, and integration maturity increases. The syntax is okay, it's just, damn. All right. Throughout this process, human safety remains the team's top priority, with development and manufacturing pace carefully balanced to ensure mission integrity. From the beginning, our business plan has been about building a sustainable future in orbit, one that meets today's market while creating the foundation for what comes next, said Max Hout, CEO of VAST. Max is cool. That guy's, he's a cool dude. Das interviewed him. Das and D interviewed him for NSF and had a tour of their facilities once. Pretty cool guy. Haven 1 is not a concept. It is a real flight-tested hardware designed to carry forward a continuous human presence in low Earth orbit for America and its allies. By vertically integrating design, manufacturing, testing, and operations, we're moving both with speed and autonomy. Haven 1 brings the next era of space stations within reach and helps ensure that there's no gap in our ability to live and work in space beyond the ISS. VAST's hardware-rich, stepping-stone approach accelerates development while improving safety and reducing costs by building, testing, and flying systems. Okay. VAST's hardware-rich, stepping-stone approach accelerates development while improving safety and reducing costs by building, testing, and flying systems early. This is reinforced by VAST's vertically integrated model, which has already delivered a 10 times reduction in primary structure manufacturing costs compared to traditional space station programs, while increasing capability, improving schedule certainty, and shortening manufacturing timelines. And Oxen, what's up? Hey, just supervising a $75,000 biosynthesis in my bathroom. I don't know what any of those words mean. Gynoxin, you want to keep hanging around this stream. Lay off the drugs, okay? Okay. Hey Ari, what's going on? Will VAST be getting its own astronaut, or will NASA be supplying them? I assume they're gonna try to target some commercial crew contracts post ISS, Ari, but I'm not sure. They're definitely pining for a commercial low Earth orbit destinations, or CLEOD for short contract, which is a NASA program. Oh yeah, Phil, we can look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's good, Amanda, but that's not really the type of news I want to cover here. Hey, Audrey. How about that rollout the other day, huh? So exciting. Yeah. 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 It was pretty good. Nazar. Hold on. You guys want to see a picture of it? Um, look. Look at it. Oh. 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 Drew Feustel is on Vast's staff. Yes, he is. Vast taped him to a wall in the NSF interview stream, which is pretty cool. Damn. Naziza. Naziza. That's pretty sick, dude. There's the strakes. Those strakes that we were reading about the other day. See those little guys right there? They're designed to deflect air away from the forward SRB attachment point so it doesn't create a ton of drag up in here. Dude, look at that monster. That is a monster of a freaking vehicle, man. They got the 250 logo on there. That's pretty sick, man. Hello. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. Look at that dang thing. Good. Make more. We're going to reuse the SRBs? Nope. No, they're not. Which is dumb, but they're not going to. You know a guy that has some of the orange stuff? What do you mean the orange stuff? Did Das take that picture? No, that's a NASA picture. What do you mean orange stuff? You mean this orange stuff? Pretty good orange stuff. Yeah, they're getting uprated on, yeah, with 1B. It tastes orange. It does not taste orange. Yeah.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, that orange stuff is pretty cool. I feel like with a little effort during the design phase, we could have recovered the engines and SRBs. We could still recover the SRBs. If we put parachutes in those 5 segments, they should be okay. It might ruin the bottom segment like it did on Ares 1, but I don't see why we couldn't. So when do we get to see a new designed SRB test where it actually works? Yeah, that's a really good question, Hellfish. I think that would be a viable question worth asking. If I were Jared Isaacman, I'd be going up to Promontory Point and being like, hey, you gonna make one that works? We need those. How much different are the SRBs? Those SRBs that are on that thing are shuttle SRBs. They're shuttle segments that they kit bashed for SLS. These ones could, yeah, you could put parachutes on these, sure. 5 segment is too big for the parachute. It's not. It's not. Ares 1 did it just fine. Yeah. Oh, you want the one that works? That costs extra. Yeah, Tessa. And if I was Jared Isaacman at that point, I'd be like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. How about that? Oh, you want that one? It costs extra. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It actually costs less because you screwed me. before, you know? Not sure if you saw the new pics from NASA, but there's a bunch. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? All right, let's see. What else do we got? Yarp. Woof. Woof. Look at this one. Oh, hey. Dude. That. I love the crawler transporter. We should never stop using this. We should never stop using it. It's pretty awesome, dude. This was last Saturday. Oh, hey. Hey. Huh. Wow. Time lapse. Time lapse of it standing still. Hello. Dude. Can I lick it? No. No, don't do that. Yeah, he said it got some board cube vibes on the back. I definitely see it. Oh, that's sick, dude. Oh, come on. How can people not want more of this? This is great. Hey. Oh, that's so cool. I want to live in there. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Oh. How many bridge cranes are in the VAB? There's 2 high bay bridge cranes and 1 transfer aisle bridge crane. So, look, if we back this up, Brandon, take a look inside the VAB. So you can see one of them right there. See that crane? That crane can go between, you can see right through the VAB. The far bay over there is high bay 4. This is the one that SLS rolled out of is high bay 3. That crane can run between high bay 4 and 3. That's one bridge crane. That's one of the high bay bridge cranes. There's another one that goes between high bay 1 and high bay 2 right there. That can go this way. Those cranes are at 500 feet off the deck. They're 500 feet in the air. The VAB is 525 feet tall, equivalent to a 52-story building. Okay? That's a little over 150 meters, guys. So there's 2 high bay cranes here and here. Down here, you see how there's structure? There's structure right there. Right here, there's a transfer aisle that goes left to right. Okay? There's a crane that operates, that can go from here, basically all the way over to here. That's the transfer aisle crane. There's another bridge crane that goes this way. The idea is that everything that you're going to stack comes in through the transfer aisle over here, and you can pick them up and put them in a high bay, depending on what. So you can stack 4 or 5. Well, you can stack 4 rockets at once if you really wanted to. It's because the Virgin ICPS should have been the chatty US the whole time. This should have been Ares 5 if you guys really want my honest opinion. I mean, hindsight is kind of 2020, but for the same price, we could have gotten Ares 5. I'll take Ares 5 over SLS if you really want my honest opinion. People who want to cancel this are mad. I said it. That's right. We should scale it up, dude. Scale this up. Scale it up. We've already put $93 billion into research and development, and it works. The only thing left to do is scale. You scale, we get our money back in over 10 years of exploration and development. Yeah, I've been saying this for the last 10 years, dude. What would I do if I had $1 billion stack 4 rockets at the same time, man? Yep, damn straight. Always wanted to do that.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Red Wagon, 6-month resub. Ares 5 with the Earth departure stage loiter skirt was a cool idea. There's no reason we can't do that with an EUS, Sam. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, people don't like SLS. Like, I get it. You know, it does carry a heavy price tag. If we scale it, it could be better. But an EUS with loiter capability would really make this rocket good. I don't think... Somebody asked me the other day when I was doing flame trip. What the funkin' waggles did you just do?
Go buy that stud welder you wanted.
Okay. All right, I will. Thank you, Mr. Strop. Hey, I didn't swear jar. I said funkin' waggles. Damn, Bio. Love you, man. Thank you. Yeah, dude. That'll really help when I inevitably screw up the quarter panels. But, yeah. Imagine SLS is fully reusable. That's what I was saying, Badojo. Somebody asked me when I was doing Flame Trench last week, is NASA ever going to make another reusable vehicle? And I said yes, but I don't think it's going to be a reusable vehicle for this planet. You know what I mean? Bro, give me an EUS with loiter capability and boil-off mitigation that's refuelable. You know, you already have people like Blue Origin that are looking at hydrolox, you know, liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, fluid transfer systems for on-orbit applications. Why not modify an EUS to be able to work with Blue's fuel transfer mechanism, because the stage commonality, the stage propellant commonality. A reusable EUS would be fantastic. Build that into a transfer vehicle, man. Build that into a transfer vehicle that Orion can dock to. That would be mint. That would be mint. Mint. Screw that. Give me a nuclear tug. Now, Tessa, you're not thinking. That's only the first step. Convert it to build future EUSs. Use SLS to launch future EUSs that are nuclear powered. And then just use the same thing to transfer hydrogen. Well, yeah, Flex, I mean, I'll be happy with whatever, but the difference between your plan and my plan is that exists. But yeah, I mean, Ares 5 arguably doesn't. I see what you're saying, but yeah, we all want Venture Star, dude. We all want it, but what are you gonna do? Just like what you made in KSP. No. Anyway, Bio, thank you very much, man. I appreciate all the support over the years, dude. It means a lot to me, and thank you. We're trying to wumbo max here as much as we can, but dude, look at that thing. We just give that a better upper stage, and this thing is mint. Mint, mint, mint. We do that reusable EUS thing that with boil-off mitigation, then Orion service module, the European service module becomes, I don't want to say it becomes irrelevant, but it's no longer your bottleneck for getting Orion to low lunar. If you have the EUS circularized into low lunar with the service module has enough delta V to get you home at that point. So you could do Orion low lunar operations, and then you're afforded not a like 6-stage freaking lunar lander vehicle. Or at the very best, you have stuff like Blue Moon Mark 1 and Blue Moon Mark 2 that have a significantly increased payload capacity to the surface because they don't have to come down from rectilinear halo orbit. Woo! I'm amazed my brain did that without frying an egg. All right. Oh, man. Look at that, dude. Ice pop. That's awesome. Just trying to make you slightly uncomfortable, my man. Well, you have succeeded. Good for you. Look at that freaking thing, man. Look at it. That's awesome. Would you just look at it? Yeah. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? How about ion thrusters? Big enough to help transport it. Yeah, see, that's fine, Ramalot, but the thing about that is that doesn't exist. The nuclear thermal exists. We should do that. We should do that. Is that the one that's going to the moon? Yeah, Taylor. That's going to the moon with people, dude. See the access arm? That's where they get in. Where exactly was this last shot? That is just outside of the... Well, actually, it's not outside. That is inside of the BDA, the blast detonation area for 39B. Oh, my goodness. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, SLS did roll out, guys. It was on Saturday. When's liftoff? No earlier than February 6th. So we got some time. It really is pending all their testing. They got to do some systems tests with this rocket. So we're looking at, I would say probably about a week, maybe a little bit more. It's more like a week and a half for the wet dress rehearsal. The wet dress rehearsal is going to come in pretty rapid succession. If the wet dress rehearsal goes good, which is basically an all-up test of everything, you test everything and you do an entire mission short of launching the rocket. They go through the entire countdown sequence, they go through everything, and at T-minus 30 seconds, they shut it off instead of launching it. That is the precursor, the dress rehearsal for the main event, which should be on the 6th. So that's 2 weeks from Friday. What they're going to do next week is basically just, well, they got to hook the thing up to everything, and they got to make sure that everything works. Some of those rollout shots are Artemis 1. The 250 decals are missing sometimes. They're only on one side, dude. You can see them just barely right there. Let me see. That's people. Yeah, it's up there. You can barely see it. Wait a minute. Is that? That looks like instrumentation marks. What the hell? Why would you? This might be rollout footage from Artemis 1, guys. I think that's all Artemis 1 rollout footage. It's funny because that's when I searched it. It's just one rollout footage, dude. When I searched SLS, that is the first video that popped up, and it's funny because NASA's search query for this is god awful because it showed the wrong one. That's pretty good. I like that. That's funny. That's on me for not looking, but yeah, no, yeah, that was Artemis 1 rollout, but yeah, there's 2 right there. Why would it be? I type in SLS, it shows Artemis 1 footage. That's a nice one, Hellfish. Last. What's up? Also, instead of hauling hydrogen and having to mess around with cryogenics, fill a tank with water, you have a nuclear reactor, just electrolyze as needed. Yeah, so that won't work, but I'm not in the right frame of mind to be able to tell you why. The reason why that won't work is because there's no way no one's thought of this before. My guess is that water is high mass. It's a high mass item to move. That's my guess. No, the crawler can adjust its ride height, guys. It can go up and down, and then it can tilt. It can tilt forward, it can tilt back. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Physics question. Is water heavier than equal parts hydrogen and oxygen stored separately? I don't know. You'd have to ask a physicist, a physicsalizer. Depends on temperature and pressure article. I mean, you say heavier, but it would be mass, right? Or are you talking weight, bio? I'm not sure. Do you think SLS bringing something good technology-wise for space travel, or is it a safe rocket using all known stuff? So JPEG, it's a little bit of both, actually. It is a safe design that with a lot of stuff that we know how to use, that's doing something that we haven't done in a long time. Both would have the same overall mass, Conan. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Norse. The crawler transporter is a gnarly piece of equipment, dude. It's super freaking cool.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Yeah, it can adjust. It can adjust ride height itself. It can level itself out. It's so it can get up that grade. Yeah, guys, don't do this. I don't want. I'm going back to more space news, okay? I don't want to talk about mass and weight right now. My brain's just not. I'm trying as hard as I can to speak correctly, okay? Please don't do this right now. I don't really care. I'm sorry. My tooth's not great. Here, look at this. Here, Keith. Look, here's the keys. Jingle, jangle, jangle. Look at this picture of the Gigabay. That's the Gigabay down in Boca Chica. This is taken from RGV aerial photography. These things are going up pretty damn fast, dude. Imagine a crawler on the moon in its original mining form. It's not a bad idea. Jingle him again. Oh my God. Here you go. Here's your keys, jingle. Oh, love keys. Jingle, jangle, jangle. Yee! Time to show the turbo encabulator. For a number of years now, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of a machine that will not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but will automatically be capable of synchronizing cardinal gram meters. Such an instrument is the turbo encabulator. Isn't the Florida one like 1 to 2 levels ahead? I think so. Hey, Galax, what's going on? We call it the sock drawer. Let's go. Or as in, I remember when you showed that the first time, dude. That was funny as hell, man. I laughed my butt off. Never gets old. It's still funny, dude. It's not cheap, but I'm sure the government will buy it. And I call this frick you, Baltimore. All right, here's a shot of this is Gavin Richmond, who took a picture for Launchpad, the Launchpad Network, TLPN. Those guys are cool. I like them. They're pretty neat. Like the 10,000 trash cans in the Pentagon. Oh, no. I don't know. Oh. Hold on a second, dude. This is a great picture from Gavin. Really good. I don't know Gavin. I actually don't know that dude. So probably shouldn't show his stuff without asking, so. That's still cool, though, Phil. Yeah, the Florida team still seems to be a little bit ahead. Not by much. Sure, Nova, yeah. LH2 unlocks is 55% more debts than water. Cool. Ooh, magic keys make Oog feel better. Jingle, jangle, jangle. Toity!
Discovery,
What's up,
go
man?
and throttle up.
111-month resub. Appreciate you, dude. Look at that, dude. Look at that, dude. Sorry. That's just, these are fantastic, man. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay. I'm here. What is this? Eastern Shore Space Flight. What is that? Oh, these are pictures out of Huelops. Leglander, hey man.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
15-month resub. I think Elon should let EJ play Kerbal from space as a live stream. I'd do it, man. I'd do it. Oh, yeah, these are footage from Micah. All right, cool. Ooh, bridge crane parts. And some telehandlers. Hey, baby. So those are the Neutron ASC update. Okay. This is where the chicken farm was, right? John, that's where the chicken farm was. The last time I was there, there wasn't no payload integration facility there. The last time I was there is a dang chicken farm. Or at least I think it was a chicken farm. I don't know. So Wallops is out over here. And Neutron's pad is right, well, this is unfinished, but it's right there. And this facility is over here. We just gotta go down here. We gotta go this way a little bit. Then you have the entrance to Wallops, and there's Rocket Lab's facility. See, but if you go back on the timeline, Chicken farm. Chickens, Eddie! When do you think Starship will be ready? Month? Couple months, maybe? A chicken farm? Yeah. Yeah. And then Rocket Lab bought that parcel of land. And they built that facility on it. That's right at the entrance to Wallops, like here. Nope. They will not goggle Earth. Yeah. Yep. Dude, Wallops is the strangest space center around. It's very weird. You are out in farm country. You'd never know there's a space center down that road. But there is. Like, it is the most random thing. Because, yeah, this part of Virginia is, there's one main road over here. And you are quite literally in the middle of nothing. There's nothing there. There's just farms. And then there's the, this is the Wallops Flight Facility over here. That used to be an old Navy base or something. I don't know. Is that a dirt track by the junction? It looks like a horse racing track, but I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I mean, Tessa, there's might be a dirt track, might be a midget track. Who knows? I don't know. I never went down that road. I only went when I was there. When me and Das went down for NG11 a long time ago, I just took this road, and there was nothing but farms out there. Can't confirm there's nothing but cotton and peanuts along that road. Hey, Squish, what's going on? I'm planning to attempt to go to the Cape for Artemis too. Yeah. Horse track. They run horse races up in Dover and Harrington. Yeah. Yeah, Dover's on this road, isn't it? It's up here. If you cross the border into Delaware right here. Or no, that's Maryland. Where the? No. Oh yeah, no. Okay, yeah, all right. So you got to go through. Yeah, you got to go through Maryland. Maryland has that little stretch of thing here. Where's the track? Dover should be here somewhere. It's on this road. I know it is. Halfway up the state. Okay. I mean, we should be able to see it. It's a pretty big track. Well, pretty big stadium, I'll say. Let's just go Dover Downs. Yeah, baby. There she is. There's Dover. Short track. That's mint. Is it by... Wait. C5. So that's an Air Force base. Oh, it's Dover. Yeah, okay. Dover. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sweet. Mint. Yeah, short tracks, baby. The Monster Mile, man. I drove by it. Yeah, dude. Where are the White Cliffs? No, it's a different Dover. That's your Dover, not our Dover. sweet. What a little tiny fricker of a state. My state's bigger than that, and I don't get to say that very often. There's only like 3 states that my state is bigger than. That's just bigger than Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Delaware, and that's about it. That's about it, dude. I have a little tiny state. A weird little tiny state up there. Look at some of these frickers out here. What am I supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that? Hawaii? I'm not sure if contiguous Hawaii, like all the land surface area, is smaller than my state. I don't think it is. It might be. Yeah, people seem to just have horse racing tracks. That's definitely a horse track. See, that's interesting because that one, the one that's by Wallops, is a little bit wider. But who knows? Yeah, I mean, that's horse racing. The corners are they're too tight for cars. Cliffs of Dover. Should overlay Massachusetts on top of British Columbia if you want it. No, it's that. Yeah, no, those provinces are. Alberta and British Columbia are gigantic compared to my state. My state is tiny. Like, no, Raf, like we're talking like Vancouver Island, and that's about it. Like it's a tiny little state. No, a little bit bigger than that, but yeah. Yeah, Chris, you get out to the western states. Those are huge. They're gigantic, man. Big boys. I got a tiny little state, but I like my tiny little state. Here, check this out, guys. You want to see something very interesting? This was posted on LinkedIn the other day. Like 2 days ago. So this is a avionics technician, lead at Sierra Space. Moved from Colorado to Florida in May of 2024 to help support the Sierra Space Dream Chaser build. What a ride it's been. Amazing people, nonstop work, an unforgettable experience. So excited to see this thing launch soon. I see, Animal, that's what I'm saying. I told you Hawaii's bigger. I'll tell you, if you combine all of Hawaii's islands, it's bigger than my state. Not by much, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. They keep playing with it on the landing strip. Interesting. I mean, that's the real one. That's tenacity. That's the real deal. They got all the plugs and all the covers on it. See all the plugs on the RCS? That's the real thing. They need to hurry up and launch it. Well, funny thing is, Squishin, is that NASA basically washed their hands of Dream Chaser the last year. So like it was like 2 to 3 months ago. NASA basically had a contract, even though like no money was awarded. They had a contract with Sierra to do 7 resupply flights to the space station under the Commercial Resupply 2 program. NASA basically said, yeah, no, we'll call you. They basically went to Sierra and said, "Are you going to launch this anytime soon?" No? All right. Well, how about you guys go fly it once and then get back to us if you want to do anything with this ever. Poor guy, I guess he doesn't know. When Dream Chaser ever launches, it will be inside of a Faring Dynasty, yeah. I asked 2 people who used to be at Sierra when it was good to launch, and they both answered good question. Does he know? He doesn't. He doesn't know. It's cool to see the thing fly, but he doesn't know. That's one of my favorite memes, dude. Does he know? How does he doesn't know. I don't know, man. I just don't think that, doing all the testing is fine, but what the heck is that, goalie? What is this? Uh, uh, it, but guys, look at this. This is the H3 launch. This was the H3 launch. I don't know if you guys remember, right before Christmas, that thing failed. It failed on ascent, and that's oh 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 um oh I don't read Japanese, but also uh the front got removed from the environment, fellas. Yeah, they didn't ratchet strap it down. That's not sugoi. That's not good. Oh, is the front supposed to fall off? Well, I just want to tell you that's very strange. They didn't say it's not going anywhere. It looks like they broke their payload attachment fitting. Oh, no. The PAF fractured and contacted the tank. The hydrogen tank. that's bad. Yeah, see that? That's the opposite of good. Let me see, Eutychus. At the time of the satellite fairing separation, part of the satellite mounting structure was damaged or destroyed due to some cause. I'll bet you the PLF contacted it. However, since the first stage engine was still burning and continuing to push the satellite, it is estimated that the vehicle continued flying as a single unit. When the first stage engine shut down, the force pushing the satellite from the first stage disappeared, causing the satellite to separate. When the second stage engine ignited, relative distance was created between the second stage vehicle and the satellite. Oh, the second stage slapped the payload. Yeah, there's video of it. Here's the video. Oh. That's bad. Dude. Wow. That's one of the craziest ruds I've ever seen. I've never seen a payload separate from a PAF prematurely. That's some Kerbal stuff right there, dude. Jeez. That's bad. Oh no. Didn't check the staging. Dude, that's so Kerbal. Even to this day, life is imitating art. It is ridiculous how good Felipe got that damn thing. That game still is righteous, man. It's still good. We'll go back to playing it when we're done with our My Winter Car kick. So guys, this last bit of space news here, you guys are gonna need to tell me about it, because I don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, I know what I'm looking at, but I don't know what I'm looking at. This is onboard footage of the Xinjiao propulsion module burning on entry interface. That solar panel seems a little bit unhappy. What am I looking at here? I got to be careful about showing this. They might demonetize my stream. You know, nobody else does that, but they do that. It's the return of Xinjiao 20. Isn't... Yeah, isn't Xinjiao their propulsion module? That's part of the crew capsule. I don't think that's broken or anything. I think that's just re-entry footage from their propulsion module after it had been jettisoned. 20 was the one with the cracked window. Oh, Philly. Okay. Yeah. They brought it back down. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, you guys tell me. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Yikes. Yeah, so the no crew came down with that thing as far if I'm remembering right. I don't follow the Chinese space program too hard. So they found a crack on Xinjiao 20 and they sent up 21 and they brought down the 20 crew with 21 and then brought 20 down separately, right? That's how that worked. That's a good idea. The live view of Artemis 2 from NASA is pretty incredible right now. Yes. We don't own space. NASA does. Ah, yes. This is great. Wow. What a view. I, does he know? I don't think they know. How many people are currently watching that? How long has that actually been like that? Oh my god. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. How about Space Coast Live? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud. That was NASA's official stream, Dan. Look at that thing, dude. That's pretty cool. Not on this account, Squish, no. Not on that account. You're actually going to lose your mind when it lifts off. I think history, I said this at the end of the rollout stream, and I think it just, warrants some reiteration. I think, Artemis 1 was one thing, and that was pretty damn cool. I did like that. That was pretty sick. I think this launch is going to hit different. It's going to hit in a more profound way than we're thinking. This is not going to be Artemis 1. It is it's different. This is some real skin in the game stuff, dude. I was not at Artemis 1. I've never seen an SLS launch article. Nope. Watch shuttle though. Close enough. Maybe tweet at Rook so he can get it fixed. Yeah. Oh, you guys are clutch with the Google Translate stuff, man. I gotta get with the times. I really think that this rocket is going to change people's opinions. Mostly about how NASA's space program in itself. I'm telling you, if you've never seen a NASA crew launch, an in-house NASA crew launch, i.e., if you've never seen a shuttle mission live or an Apollo mission, I've never seen an Apollo mission. This is going to hit different. It is not going to be the same as commercial crew. I will tell you that right now. And I think some people are going to realize that this is a worthwhile thing to be doing. At least I really hope so. When that thing goes, man, that's going to be a good day. It's different, guys. It's just I can't explain it. It's like I feel like I'm Morpheus showing you the Matrix. I can't show you. You have to see it for yourself. You know, like NASA missions hit different, dude. They hit different. I'm telling you, every shuttle launch was hype. The commercial crew comes close. So like watching Crew Dragon launches, that comes close. It's not the same. It ain't the same. It's close, but it ain't the same. And I really think that this will hopefully gain a lot of momentum with people A, wanting to work for NASA, and B, seeing how worthwhile the Artemis program is. Because it is. It's worthwhile. It's a little rough around the edges, but we got to iron those out, and we will. All right, as a youngster who's only seen a commercial crew launch, what's the difference? More hyper. It feels different, dude. It feels much more significant. I can't describe it. I don't know, guys. Maybe you guys can help me put it to words. My brain is kind of paced right now. It feels a lot more real. Like this is dangerous. Like we really got to be careful. This is crazy. I'm telling you, it's not gonna hit this. It doesn't hit the same as a commercial crew launch going to the space station. It doesn't. You know, I guarantee it, dude. You'll see, Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy walk out of ONC and get into the van to go to the pad. And, I guarantee you won't think anything of it at the time, but that's a big deal. This is, it's hard to, it's something real special. Flight 5 hype times 100. It's not like a Starship launch, dude. Is it the solids? No. It's just the mission. Like, it seems right. It's like, this is what we should be doing. That's the best way I can say it. Or a maximalist. Yeah, really. It really is, dude. They're going around the freaking moon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Kenny. That's no joke, man. We all grew up with only NASA in-house launches, and we haven't seen one since 2011. That's right. NASA's always been the almost mythological carrier of our dreams. A NASA crew launch has the total of our humanity. That's how it feels. That's a good way to say it, Daveldod. Yeah. That's right. Are they using the ugly bug eye? They're borrowing ULA's van that they were going to use to transfer crew for Starliner. Let's be real. They don't need it anytime soon. They just have Sawyer, they have an Artemis vinyl wrap that they put over an Airstream Sprinter van. Feels like we're finally making some forward progress. Yeah. It has a way of galvanizing people that we just like. I can't even tell you how I'm going to react. I can't. I don't know. Might be Falcon Heavy. It might be Demo 2. I don't know. Lumprod, we've been talking about NASA's plans to go back to the moon for so long, and now they're actually doing it in a couple weeks. It feels weird, man. Rule A-wise is probably going to be good for the NASA budget, especially with USA 250. Whoever's idea it was, Zach, to put that 250 logo on that rocket was very smart. That was a very smart thing to do. Will you be in Florida? I don't know if I'll have the privilege of getting down there, guys. I'll cover it here with you. I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do. But I don't know. Maybe. If I go, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere useful to provide you with the right coverage. And I can't do it with NSF because NSF will be on the press site. And they closed badging for Artemis 2 like way back in December. So I didn't get badged because I wasn't sure at the time. Ooh. Bob, I saw your post. That's pretty good on the Discord. Rimo wants a Florida vacation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cover it here with you guys. I'll be there for Artemis 3. I really wanted the Coronet done so we could get down there for Artemis 2, but 2025 happened. So don't worry. Maybe our Artemis 3 then. All right, let's go. Oh, that actually reminds me. Quick car news. Check this out, dude. I got new leaf spring shackles so I can hook the rear end of the car back up so we can actually have it roll. See? New shackles. This is what the old one looked like. Titanic. Olympic. Titanic. Olympic. See? This one's nice and shiny. Yeah, that's the old one is the old one's a little crusty. It's a little bit crusty. Didn't the Olympic also sink? Yeah, it did, but just brain not working, do good, right? So just pretend that it didn't, and pretend that if it didn't sink, that this is what it would look like. Okay? Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. So yeah, I got new shackles. We're good. We can hook the rear suspension back up. No, Olympic lasted till it was scrapped in the 30s. All right. Nice. I did get it right. All right. Excellent. So, yeah, I can hook the rear suspension back up. And Olympic got scrapped. It was the Britannic that hit a mine. You were right. All right. That makes me happy. Mint. Freaking Freaking Bob, one of the viewers, Bob, if you're there, he's just posting pictures of his front office. Oh, you dingleberry, you can't post this here. Wait, you can post it here, but can they park there? You can park there? He can park there. Nice. That is a sweet truck. So he's telling me it's a 75. That's 75, what is it, a C10? Very nice. Very nice. Can I have it? I don't know. You got, they can park there. It's perfect. Yeah, you can park there. That Suburban ain't bad, though, either. That Suburban, what is that? That Suburban would be a 71 or a 72, I think, Bob? Mint. 71? Hey, all right. You can park here, yeah. In your own opinion, do you think Artemis 2 will successfully get through all testing and get to launch on the first try? Yes. Yes. What's the difference between this and Artemis 1? In terms of the wet dress rehearsal, what's the difference? The difference is we know how to do it, and it's the same rocket. The only thing that's different with this thing is that it has the Orion capsule's a little bit different, and the core stage has strakes on it. This is the same stack, dudes. So they're going to use what they learned with Artemis 1 to make sure that this one goes fine. I'd say one scrub, maybe at best. At best. I really think it'll go fast. There's nothing different here. It should be fine. Capsule commodities? Yeah, the Eclipse, but the Eclipse is going to be loaded already. The commodity loading for Orion happens. I mean, we went down the mission timeline. That's way before you get anywhere near the final count. The planned holds should be enough to figure that one out, dude. They built a lot of holds into the count. They changed some stuff around from Artemis 1 to take into account these weird problems. That's why the timer and the launch timer, they start 40, 50 hours out from launch with plenty of planned holds. That's why I think it'll be fine. Yeah, the rockets, that's it. Weather is going to be the real driver here of the schedule. They are not going to load crew during the wet dress rehearsal, Cryolox, no. These are someone's fix-it-up project. They're flawless. Yeah, straight off the line condition, man. Oh, dude, they're pretty. Dude, it's just... Oh. Nobody has the balls to paint a car orange from the factory nowadays. Maybe Toyota does. They have habanero orange, but those cars are really rare. How big is the window? There's plenty of opportunities to launch through the first and second week of February, guys. I'm not talking that SVO. Like, I'm talking like a regular vehicle. You know what I mean? Plenty of Focus RSs in orange. Because we make those, Tessa. We make those still? Used to. Can we please make trucks like that again? Simple. Hey, man, new F-150s aren't bad. They really aren't. The dirty little secret is that you can buy Ford work trucks that are no frills. They're called work trucks. They're not called F-150s. They're just Ford work truck. It is no frills. It's just a truck. You know? You got your RAV4 in orange precisely because it wasn't white or silver. Yeah, it's habanero orange, man. That's the paint code. Yeah, the fleet truck. Exactly. You can get a no-frills F-150 if you really want to. Ford still makes trucks like that. To be honest with you, so does Chevy and Dodge, but I don't know what they call them. But, yeah. Fleet vehicles. That's what you guys... Yeah, you guys call them fleets, too. Yeah, cool, cool. Your iRacing Toyota GR86 is baked bean orange. Nice. Although this week it's more of a salty creamsicle orange. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. They call them a tow truck after they break down. Hey-oh! Damn. Give me 1 second, talking to Bree. Anyway, guys, yeah, I think we covered the space news pretty dang good. That was we got through a lot of good stuff. I'm just sorry. I've had Space Coast lived up. I'm freaking just staring at it, dude. It's so damn cool, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, geez, Sawyer. You need to come down for it. Thousands of orange yeah, those... Nice. Another brand new Falcon at McGregor. Neat. Mint. What's the serial number on this bad boy? Oh, hey, Matt. What's up, dude? Cool. I know that guy. Today was a busy day at McGregor as Falcon Heavy Center Core 1099 arrived and was lifted vertical. Center Core? Question? SpaceX yard truck. That's so weird, dude. SpaceX yard truck just hauling the frickin' rocket around. Are we sure this is a center core? Did they retool 1099? I'm not seeing any Falcon Heavy accoutrement on this thing, and it has landing legs. Where's the attachment points for the I'm actually asking, is it just not there yet? It's a converted center core, which will be used as a Falcon 9 until converted back for Falcon Heavy mode. Word. They do have a shuttle. Touche. Hey, baby. I see you have mounts for grid fins. Mint. Oh, hey, whoa, hey. Is that a rocket test stand? Are you happy to see me? Not very often we see it this naked. I just want to point out, guys, that in this shot of them putting a booster on a test stand, you can see the exhaust plume from another test stand firing in the background. Just watch. Just want to point out, yep, no, there's just another engine going off. Whatever. No big deal. Better to put it to work as a stock Falcon 9, just let it sit there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Brandon, you drive a yard truck like that now for a living. How can I get a job doing that? Apply. All right. Well, there you go. That's going to do it for your space and rocket review of the day. That was a good 2 hours here. And to play us out, we'll have Hillness's truck here. It's brown on brown. Two-tone brown. Oh, Hillness, I love it. Oh, it's so brown. Dude, it's so brown. So brown. I love it. It's great. It's brown on brown. It's four-tone brown. Dude, it's so good. All right. And on that bombshell, brown maxing. I don't think anyone wants that. Gah, what can brown do for you? The Earth shuttle derived. That's right. Oh my God, this is starting to hurt. This is starting to hurt. Probably should take more. Oh geez, look at the time. I actually should. I said take painkillers. I got pills here. Pills here. All right. Just wear brown pants. Painkiller assisted wumbo maxing. Props on the solar flame trench as well. That was fun, Kenny. I had a good time doing that with you guys. I mean, we basically just did a space news on NSF's channel, but it was still fun. Yeah. You grew up in the 70s, thought it was okay. I love it, dude. Just two-tone brown. That's hilarious, man. Time to build that engine. Oh. Fellas, would anybody mind if we built the engine tomorrow? Would anybody mind if we do that? Would everybody be cool with that? I think we have the cash. Frick you, build it now. Yes, incredibly mind. You were looking forward to it, Dean. I don't think I have enough cash to get all the parts that I need. And my tooth is freaking killing me. Yeah. So, don't get me wrong, it's not bad killing me. It's just, yeah, I think my body is figuring out what happened here. And, yeah. So, the winter car engine or the Coronet engine? Winter car. You wanted to show the real parts alongside it. Yeah, I know, that's really the thing, dude. We could go build the motor right now, but I wouldn't be able to explain it good enough. I want to be really on my game when we do that engine build so people can use it. You know, I don't want to be like, and the piston goes up your butt. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. That's my real thing. That's why I want to do it tomorrow. Squishin, I haven't been able to follow recently. Is the Flame Trench is the NSF show, Squishin. Flame Trench is every Friday at 5. So that's what I mean. Come back tomorrow when you're 100%. Yeah, that's why. In beating, that's why I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't want to half-ass it. So what I want to do, dude, and this is what I'm probably going to do for the rest of the night. I'm going to get the parts. I have a disassembled small block Chevy in my garage. And I have the piston, but I'll get the cam and I'll get the crank and I'll show it to you guys so you guys can see them. Yeah, okay, Bob. Yep. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get one of the heads, but if my back permits, I'll get one of the heads and I'll show you guys how it all works while we're building the motor. But I want to make sure I can do that with a clear mind. You know what I mean? Are you okay with just making more money tonight? See, Kraken, what I was going to do is just early hour, like the beginning of the stream tomorrow, grind out the cash that we need and then plan for the engine build a little bit later in the night so people can actually watch it. That's what I wanted to do. Just wheel the whole engine into the office. I'm not sure how good that's gonna be, but the NSF live show was renamed Flame Trench. Yeah, that's what I renamed it. I knew about it, but I thought it was just a separately scheduled show with you guys just talking, and then NSF Lives with Dawson leads you. Yeah, NSF Live is a different thing now. Flame Trench is what we do on Fridays, Christian. Yep. So, I'm going to rest up. I'll get all the parts that we need to show you how all this works. And you need a replica Finland garage set. You could grind out more money. I'm just afraid I'm going to get killed, dude. Is that bad? Your solo flame trench has more views than regular flame trenches? What? What? No. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Aqualex. I don't want to... If that's true, ask for a raise. All right. Well, there's one flame. Okay, so there's the flame trench that I did. That has 29,000 views. It's pretty good. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Derek, that's very interesting. El extravaganza, dude. Oh my goodness. That's Dude, the comments, man. There's a lot of comments on this freaking video. Holy crap. Wow. There's one guy that said this is horrible. That's fucking whatever. 12 minutes in, can't watch, drop the stupid act. You try hosting a stream for 3 hours, pal. A vast majority of the comments are overwhelmingly positive. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Neat. Neat. Don't worry, all those comments are you. No, you know what I like doing, dude? This is fun for me. I would go to those comments that are saying this is unwatchable and reply and being like and say, yeah, that guy sucks. Just to see if they're paying attention. It's like the other day when we did the when I made the space lunch system joke and people didn't notice. Props to Jay too. Jay busted face, man. We did that was really good. Then they respond again. Good for the algorithm. Yeah, see, exactly. You know. One of the comments is learn more about SLS and Artemis in 2.5 hours than in the last 6 years. I'll take that. That's good, man. Vast majority of them, there's only 29 comments, but the vast majority of them are good. So, I mean, you ain't gonna please anybody in this business, guys. And you can't. There's one or two people that are like, hey, screw you. But the reality of the situation is that it's very easy. It is very easy to sit on the other end of broadcast media and judge. It's real easy. It's not easy to do. I'm telling you, doing commentary on launches has me okay. So like I do commentary on rocket launches, right? When I go and watch like a football game or a sporting event or something, I look at the commentary completely different to how I do now. Like in the past, I'm like, what are these guys talking about? They have no idea what they're saying. That's not what that's about. It's about filling dead air. That's the whole point. So you just talk about something. You know, like, to be honest with you, I don't like filling dead air. I think dead air, you know, I think sometimes it's better to just say nothing in commentary when something is going on. But also at the same time, I see how, like, when we're talking on NSF, I have Kevin in my ear and you guys can't hear him. I listen to him. Like, he's talking and then he'll say something, be like, I'm teeing this up now while you're talking, right? And football commentators, because it's American football season right now, like, they have the headsets, they're talking to the producers. It's the same thing. I could see the production behind the cast because I'm on this side of the camera all the time. You know, and I kind of see, so I try not to criticize as much, you know, but like, that's the thing. The average person I don't think the average viewer realizes how much goes into this. Like, not you guys, you know what I mean? Like, somebody that's going to type that comment out, you know, whatever. I don't pay it any mind. Like, frick you try doing it. It's not easy, but also at the same time, like, I don't think people realize how much effort you got to put in. Hosting an NSF stream is a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of work. And if you're Chris Collinsworth, you just say Patrick Mahomes to fill in dead air. Well, I tell you, he may have torn his ACL, but if Patrick Mahomes was here, he'd probably be able to make the pass. Like, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, Zeros. Well, I'll tell you, when you have great players like Patrick Mahomes playing great football, you're really going to see a great football game. It's like, okay, all right, dude, we get it. But anyway, people who have never been on camera don't understand what it takes to be on camera and do it well. Yeah, Dabbledot, it's a lot of work. And that's why I bought, like, I don't know, maybe think about that next time if you're going to comment on something. But yeah, people, that's not how people work, dude. Someone is going to be, it's horrible. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. You try doing it. Yeah, F1 races are insane, Ronnie. Like, I still think Crofty is absolutely horrid at commentating. But you know what, man? The truth of the matter is, I don't think I could do any better. You know? I'm not sure I could do better. I ain't no Murray Walker, you know what I mean? Neither is he. At least we could say goodnight to the Brown Mobile. That's right. You like Joe Buck? Calling football games, I don't think Joe Buck is too bad. I can't stand his baseball commentary, dude. But once again, man, it's easy to criticize. You do it. You try. It's hard, man. It's not easy to do this. Not everyone can commentate on a baseball game, dude. Oh man, I loved his baseball work. He's the Yankees fan. I can't stand him. He always freaking glazes the Yankees. I can't deal with it, Flask. I can't deal with it, okay? I can't deal with it. Canuck, it was super cool watching you fly solo. I still think you, Jack, and Sawyer and Alex were the Flame Trench dream team, though. You guys have really good chemistry. Yeah. Dude, I like hanging out with Alex. You like, I'll be honest with you guys. I learn something every time that dude opens his mouth. Not even kidding. I learned something, which is pretty cool. His answers are super long, but also I learn something every time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I learn something every time he talks, man. What do you think about NASCAR commentary? It's all right. Alex Blaine. Yep. Is it bad if I enjoy Alex answers? No, it's not bad at all. I do too. From a broadcast standpoint, though, I could see the producers going, you know. Make sure you tell him that. I talk to Alex all the time, Aqualux. I talk to him in the background all the time. I talked to him yesterday. I talked to him yesterday because of that train that derailed in Spain. I don't know if you guys heard about that. That's yeah, I was a little worried. Yeah, that was so Alex is from the south of Spain, and that's where that train derailed. Like, that's a big place, so you don't have to worry about locations or whatever. Yeah, so I was like, bro, are you alive? Please tell me you're alive. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. James Hunt commentary. Murray Walker, Brundle, and Crofty. James Hunt and Murray Walker were just... Murray Walker commentating Suzuka 91 was just peak, dude. Just peak. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. Or Suzuka in 88. It was so good. Yeah. All right. You just like David Coulthard because he's from your country. You talk to him, but how often do you appreciate the fact you learned so much from him? I don't know. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I say it live, like when we're talking. I try to say it on stream to try and get people to listen. Like, yeah, I know the answer's long. I know it's easy to zone out. Trust me, just listen to what the dude has to say. I enjoy Alex answers. I say that on stream, dude. I've never said it to him, but yeah. Anyway. What, a second train derailed? Spanish high-speed rail train. Something happened. It two trains on the same track, and it derailed going very quickly. I don't want to talk about it too much, dudes. People did get hurt and die. It's not pretty. Don't go looking for pictures if you don't want to see something like that. It's pretty bad. But yeah, none of that. No. We are Wumbo maxing. Hi guys, I'm from Spain, and yeah, another one happened in Barcelona again today. Bro! ¿Qué es esto? Jeez. There was another one. Oh, no. Dude, plane crashes are bad. Trains are not great. Okay, last bit of crap post space news here. What is happening here? Ryanair CEO to undress Elon Musk Twitter tantrum at Dublin press conference. Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary has called a press conference at 10 tomorrow, Wednesday the 21st, in Dublin to undress Elon Musk's latest Twitch shit. What the heck's going on over there, Lucifer? Jeez, dude. Musk knows even less about airline ownership rules than he knows about aircraft aerodynamics. Perhaps Musk needs a break. Ryanair is launching a great idiot seat sale, especially for Elon and any other idiots on X. 100,000 seats for just $16.99 one way. That's so... Bro, I don't think you understand who you're dealing with here, man. Like, no, that's pretty funny, and I'll admit it, that's hilarious, dude. But I
Discovery, go at throttle up.
don't know if you remember me, but one account was Zuler a long time ago. Yeah, of course I remember you. Your name was Red. You had red text, and it was Zuler_ESP. I remember. Yeah. Buenos noches, amigo. Landing you can walk away from, not included. Pretty funny, but they're still wrong. Fellas, like, you can say whatever you want about Elon, but he's not. The last time someone egged him on like this, he bought a social media platform that shifted the court of public opinion in the United States and got a president elected. I'm just saying the last time somebody egged him on, it was you know, they're like, "Oh, you won't do that." And then he did, and I'm just saying, it's like that meme where the guy flicks the domino and it's like, "Oh, crap posting about buying Twitter. President gets elected." Like, it's just a bigger domino to the bigger domino to the bigger domino. Like, let that sink in. Yeah. All I'm saying is that the last time someone did this, it didn't end well for the people that said you won't do it. You know, like, I'm just putting it out there, dude. Like, so what's the over under? I think the odds are not very high, dude. But also, that would be really funny. That would be one hell of a side quest for him. That would be really funny, dude. Can you imagine? Like, what is good? I mean, at least it's not boring, I guess, you know? At least it ain't boring. Musk Air. Elon Air buying Ryanair and putting Ryan Caton in charge. Dude, that's fine with me. He already has a company for boring. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. X Air. I swear, if he does that and uses Ryanair as an opportunity to make electric jets, like what he always wanted to do, like what he said he was gonna do in Iron Man. You guys remember Iron Man 2? It's like, I'm gonna work on that electric jet. He says it to Tony Stark. How long till a Ryanair logo on Starship? Rebranding goes hard with Falcon Air. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Lucifer. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Can you imagine? It's just the planes have the Falcon logo on them. Like, just saying, the last time somebody egged them on like this, it didn't end well for them. Like, do we know where Parag Engwal ended up? The guy that was the CEO of Twitter before Elon came in there? What happened to that guy? Like, I don't know where he is. I'm sure he's fine, but he went back to India. Okay. Yeah, Ryanair is also known for their crap posting. Yeah. Yeah, he did retire $1 billion, dude. He cashed out and said, all right, fine, whatever. Hey, Trenton, what's going on? Do we know what is the limiting factor on Kuiper Leo? Launches post. I think they can manufacture the satellites in time. I don't think they have enough rockets. That's the thing. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go get some rest. I will hit you guys with an extremely long stream tomorrow to make up for it, okay? We're not just going to take time off and then come back. No. There's an after-hours segment that I owe you, so that's an extra 4 hours of stream. So tomorrow you're going to get an extra 4 hours of stream. Okie dokie. Brush your teeth. Yes, I religiously brush my teeth every day. Part of my routine, Zeros. Reason why is because getting root canals is expensive. You don't want to do that. Brush your teeth, and it hurts. Yeah, that hurts a lot, actually. You're insane. No, we're Wumbo maxing, okay? And there's also a launch. Oh yeah, we got ESAR tomorrow. That's right. So we gotta be here. That's 15. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's 3 hours after my normal start time. So I guess we're gonna have to get up here early. Dudes. So see you tomorrow. Snowblower? No. We got to make sure we get the money in my winter car. If I get all the money that I need to buy all the engine parts for my winter car, I'm saving the engine build for a little bit later in the night so we can build when everybody's home. Yeah, I don't think we need to do a space news tomorrow. We'll cover the ESAR launch, and that'll be our space news for tomorrow. And we also have Starlink 17-30 that's going to go off at, well, it's scheduled for 9:43. Oh yeah, if that is in the streaming envelope, we'll cover that too. Must have been caused by all those toothpicks. I don't know. It's caused by something, man. All right, have a good night, guys. I'm just gonna rest up. We're gonna hit it hard tomorrow. We're Wumbo maxing. We had it set to M for mini when we should have had it set to W for Wumbo. Okay. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.